The Thousand Sunny may be getting an upgrade pretty soon. Back in chapter 1058, we saw Frankie's newest bounty poster, and it wasn't a picture of him. It was actually a picture of the Thousand Sunny. We all know that Oda loves to foreshadow in bounty posters. We saw this with Sanji and Duval, Sanji and Germa, and even Frankie versus Sasaki. Because Frankie's last bounty poster was General Frankie, and boom, we saw a full-on General Frankie fight. So, seeing a bounty poster that is only of the Sunny has to be significant to some extent. And even pushing Frankie's bounty poster to the side for a moment, in the past 30 chapters that are Egghead Island, ships have been seeing a lot of focus. We saw Kid's Punk Victoria get destroyed. We saw Law's Polar Tang get destroyed. Garp's battleship was almost destroyed. And even Kaku, when he first arrived at the Labo phase of Egghead Island, tried to destroy the Thousand Sunny. Ships this arc are in the spotlight. So now that I've showed you that the ship agenda is real this arc, it's now time to talk about what kind of upgrades the Thousand Sunny could get. So I came up with 3 kooky ideas as to how we could potentially upgrade her. The first one is by far the one I don't believe in, but I do want to throw it out there. I think the Thousand Sunny could get a devil fruit. Going all the way back to Alabasta and even Enies Lobby, we learned that Vegapunk discovered a way to feed inanimate objects Zoan devil fruits. And now that the big man Vegapunk himself is alongside the crew, I feel like we could potentially see how he's able to do it, and what better inanimate object to give a devil fruit to than the Thousand Sunny. And hey, Oda even played around with a non-canon idea of the Thousand Sunny becoming sentient in film Red, and that was just last year when Egghead Island was getting started. Of course though, giving the Thousand Sunny a devil fruit would be a little bit strange considering it's a ship and is touching water a majority of the time. So would the ship sink, float? Who really knows? But that brings us to my second option. I think that we could actually replace the cola fuel that we've been using this entire time with green blood. Like I said earlier, it's a kooky idea, but hear me out. So, back during the time skip while Frankie was training, we've actually seen him replace his cola with tea. And even back at Enies Lobby, he replaced it with tomato juice. And from those situations, we learned that he can actually still function, albeit a little bit differently. So replacing the cola with green blood, or even lacing the cola with green blood, could be an option. And this would give the Thousand Sunny a plethora of abilities. The most notable ones, to me at least, would be Senor Pink's Swim Devil Fruit. Imagine the Thousand Sunny being able to go onto land, sailing across islands. And not just that, but we even have Kuma's Devil Fruit, the Paw Fruit. As of chapter 1089, we're all wondering how the Straw Hats are gonna escape Egghead Island. Well, if the Thousand Sunny had the Paw Fruit, the Thousand Sunny could teleport itself out of the island and away from the Marines. Not to mention, it would be the perfect way to travel around the world and even visit our hometowns in a timely fashion. I think there could be a lot of benefits to having both the Swim Devil Fruit and the Nikyu no Mi, and green blood might just be the way to give the Sunny both of those abilities. I know what some of you guys are probably saying. You're saying, Sai, why would the Sunny have the Paw Fruit? That makes 0 sense. But hear me out again. Back in SBS 59, somebody actually found a connection with the Straw Hat Pirates' Devil Fruits. So in this SBS, somebody points out that Luffy's Devil Fruit, Gomu, is 5-6. We then have Chopper, Hito, 1-10. We then have Robin, Hana, 8-7. And then Brook with the Yomi coming in at 4 and 3. The only numbers from 1 to 10 that we are missing are 2 and 9. And hey, there is a devil fruit that perfectly fits the 2 and 9 that we're missing. And that would be the Nikyu no Mi, the Paw fruit that Bartholomew Kuma has. Oda's response to that question was simply to move on and not answer it, which I think speaks volumes, especially now that we're here at Egghead Island and the Nikyu no Mi, Kuma, and Vegapunk are now at the forefront. If there were a time to add the Nikki Nikki no Mi into our arsenal, it would be right now. And now lastly, the third option I want to propose to you guys for potential Sunny upgrades. I bring to the forefront the Mother Flame. As per chapter 1089, we now know the Mother Flame to be an energy source. Of course, the Mother Flame could be used to destroy islands, but that wasn't exactly what Vegapunk had in mind when he originally started producing it. I think that the Mother Flame could actually be used to fuel and provide energy to the Sunny. And I'm making this assumption based off of what Lilith said when we first met her. She said that if we could find a flame that would never quell, it could power the entirety of Egghead Island. It looks like Vegapunk, although the Mother Flame might not be the finished product, the Mother Flame could potentially be that energy source that Lilith was talking about. So if we take that energy source and put it within the Sunny, maybe we just won't ever need Cola ever again. And personally, I just think it makes a lot of sense for the 1000 Sunny, you know, a sunflower ship captained by Sun God Nika to be fueled by fire. And don't get me started on how powerful that would make the Sunny. It would put the Sunny at an ancient weapon level. Because you all know the Gao Cannon, right? The Gao Cannon takes a lot of cola to shoot off, but it is a massive, massive beam. Now imagine that same beam, but it's fueled by the Mother Flame. We could see the Sunny potentially pull off Leloucia-esque attacks, albeit I doubt the Straw Hats want to do that, but it could still be a potential upgrade for the Sunny. So yeah, those are my 3 ideas as to how we could potentially upgrade the Sunny this arc. But of course, there is an easy 4th option, and that could simply be Vegapunk adding minor modifications to the Sunny since he is leaving with us as of right now. Vegapunk essentially has the Midas touch. Anything he touches turns to gold. So having him alongside the crew is just pretty much confirming that we will get an upgrade in the near future. Of course, that's if he makes it out of this island alive, right? We're not there yet. It's only chapter 1089, so nothing is concrete. And now the last thing I want to talk about is the Sunny potentially going to the moon, because I know that this is a growing sentiment among the fan base. Because as it stands right now, Egghead Island is under siege, the Sunny is up in the clouds with the rest of the Straw Hats, and the Marines are just surrounding them, blocking all of the exits. How will the Straw Hats escape this situation? Well, if we either get the Mother Flame enhancements or even the Nikki Nikki no Mi green blood, I think going to the moon, or at least blasting off to the stars, could be a possibility. We learned firsthand from the Enel cover page stories that traveling to the moon is a real possibility. And not just that, but in chapter 1089, we had a cover page that, of course, it is a reader requested one, but it had a letter that said, "Oh, Nami, would you like to go see the stars with me?" And also, there's one more connection I want to talk about when it comes to Egghead Island and the moon. So, if you remember back in Enel's cover page story, you'll recall that when he gets to the moon, he meets automatons, these really small, chopper-esque, mustache-looking creatures. Well, they actually exist here on Egghead Island. So if you take a close look at the civilians and researchers here on the island before they evacuated, you'll notice that every now and then, you'll see automaton-looking characters in the background, and Oda hasn't mentioned them once thus far. So could Oda be hinting at something with their appearance? This could be something, this could be nothing. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about all of this. Do you agree with any of my points, or no? Do you have your own ideas as to how the Sunny might get upgraded? And also, how do you feel about the moon?